It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Every time I see James Robinson make a run, as we just saw there, one word comes to mind for me, and that's determined. Undrafted, out of Illinois State, always doubted, and all he did, finished 6th in the NFL in rushing. What a find he was in 2020, and he expects that to continue in 2021.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Lawrence to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Now Lawrence. Man open is Robinson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That goes for a gain of 31. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Kyle Long back from retirement, the guilty party on that one. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
I'm going back to you. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And some room to maneuver. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Mack. Mack gets hit, and the ball is free. And the Jags grab it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they've got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is going to have a Jags first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. And Shark calls it in. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On second down, here's a run with Mack. Mack's got the first down and then some. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 47 yards rushing for him now. And he's only carried the ball 4 times. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Colts pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. On first down, Lawrence. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown. Well, there is a marker on the field. The celebration may be short-lived. Let's see. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Now Lawrence. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 21-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a 1st down throw complete downfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Albert O, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he's got his big tight end here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That one complete. He found Sharp. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. To his throw, taken in by Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. They run the draw play with Mack. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with third and 11. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And that is incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a two-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On first and 10, it's Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On second and 10, Lawrence forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. That one good for 26 and a first down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Coming up on second and 7. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Going for the deep ball. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
From the 29, Tua. Escape, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Devon Hamilton able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Tua. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the give, this is Mack. Muscles him off. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the Jaguars are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. The corner, Perry Nickerson, had the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A quick throw complete to Chark. 7 yards on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 47. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Throwing again on second down. Lawrence looking left side, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Man open is Robinson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now Lawrence. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on first and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, first and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On third and goal, Lawrence. Touchdown! A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie, Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
Welcome to the NFL, baby.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Lawrence to throw. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays.
Touchdown, Jaguars! From 6 yards away. And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Eluding the... And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. K'Lavon Chaisson. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. It's Tagovailoa from his own end zone. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. The toss here completed to Pittman. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Miles Jack working free that time to take him down. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defense.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the rookie, Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll run with ETN. And trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Colts are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 39 yards there, a big one.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Blankenship out for the point after. It's good, and it's now 35-14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
First down, Jaguars.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Colts are going to get it back here just past the 35. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Devon Hamilton picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Jacksonville, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.